UFC heavyweight Tanner Boser. Tanner, thank you so much, man, for the time. I know this fight has been delayed for, I believe, a month now. How has life been the last couple weeks?
It's been good. Everything's been fine. It's good, man.
All right. Now, you got 2 dominant wins, a performance bonus in your last fight. You mentioned that your social media has increased tremendously. There's a lot of attention, but not all of it's positive. I seen you handling some trolls really nice online. How's that? Is that something new for you?
No, I mean, I was handling trolls that were commenting on my post about KB, my good friend and training partner who lost at UFC on the weekend. If people want to talk shit on UFC's post or in a public forum like that, I guess go ahead. People are pieces of shit, go be a piece of shit. But when you comment on my post about my training partner or on his post or something, go fuck yourself. Those people suck. And not one of those cowards would ever say anything like that to his face. They'd tell him that they were cheering for him. You'll get the next one. People online are really something else. No, it's not anything new to me. I mean, I do ignore them for the most part, but every now and then you got to put some of them in their place.
Definitely, man, because I noticed that he switched it up after you commented back to him, and
they all do. They're cowards, man. They're fucking coward shitheads. They're all losers.
Yeah, man. It's I guess it's just part of the sport and just part of what you have to handle as an athlete.
Part of the sport. It's part of every single sport. Twitter is a cesspool of idiocy, but contractually we have to have social media. So yeah, sometimes you got to put an idiot on blast.
Oh, definitely, man. I love it, man. I love when fighters put people on blast, man. They have to. And even if I say something wrong and the fighter feels offended, man, I'm, if they want to say something back, I'm I'm all for it, man. Maybe sometimes I say something stupid too.
I haven't had an issue with I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully not, bro. All right. Now, it seems like Canada, is always looking for that next guy, and I feel like, you could be that. You could be the next guy. Have you noticed your popularity growing back at home a little bit?
I guess so. Like you said, on social media, I got way more followers and shit like that. But I don't care if I'm the next guy or not. I mean, yeah, some countries that don't have a guy and don't have tons of fighters in UFC, the United States and Brazil have tons of guys, right? So it's different. But for a country like Canada, Canada has 20 guys in UFC, and guys and girls, 20 fighters in UFC. So, I mean, yeah, I guess a country like Canada is looking for a guy, but I'm not campaigning to be the guy. Public perception it changes so much so fast. I don't give a shit. It really doesn't take long. Even if you're the guy, you're not the guy next time you lose. So I don't fucking care.
All right. Now, you're one of the rare individuals that have competed on Fight Island and in Vegas. Which do you prefer?
Vegas, because I only have to fly for a day instead of 2.
Okay. So what's, other than the flight, is Fight Islands, is it comfortable for you when you got there, or was it kind of a weird place?
You don't get any sleep. You're trying to make your schedule line up with your fight time. So you fight at 4 a.m, right? Give or take. So because of that, you want to wake up. At least to me, I normally would fight at 7, 8 p.m., something like that. So that's the evening. You fight usually in the evening. So I want it to be like that. So I end up trying to sleep till 5, 6 p.m. and go to bed at 7 to 9 a.m. to try and regulate the schedule. But they don't take that into account. So you're having to do coronavirus tests in the afternoon or the late morning, and they're always knocking on your door for shit. You put a do not disturb sign up, they'll call it. I actually, the thing where I lost my shorts, when they lost my shorts last time, they called my room to ask me to take my do not disturb sign off so that they could ring my doorbell to give me beer because they were sorry about losing my shorts the night before my fight. There's no sleep, dude. I swear I counted one night we got woke up 6 times. So while it's a beautiful place and the food's great, the restaurants are great, everybody's very accommodating. They're almost over accommodating to the point of overbearing, where I'm just fucking please stop. I just want to sleep. It's a sleepless place. I prefer Vegas, man. Plus there's DoorDash.
Oh, awesome, awesome, man. Now, this Arlovski fight was booked, I believe, in August. So for the first date, and then the date was canceled. Now it's November 7th. Has this extra time to prepare changed anything heading in?
No, it's the same thing. I don't care. I could fight. I would have been ready October 3rd, and I'm ready November 7th.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter.
Do you think Arlovski brings anything to the table that you haven't seen before?
No, I don't think he brings anything to the table that I haven't seen before, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't bring like extremely dangerous tools to the table. He's good, and he's got a ton of experience, like twice as much as I do, and I have a lot. So it's definitely a hard fight, and Arlovski's a really dangerous guy. I don't know if it's necessarily something I haven't seen before, but that doesn't make him any less of a threat.
It looks like you've switched up your diet a bit. How has that impacted the training?
Yeah, I switched up my diet a little bit, but the difference was I'm doing a lot more strength and conditioning, so that's more. The difference in my physique is more just doing. Actually, it's the difference is doing more weights. Believe it or not, still like a lot of conditioning, but I was doing conditioning before. It's adding weights. Yeah, it definitely shows. I feel better in training. I still felt good before, but yeah, I feel like I'm doing well right now, so it's probably partly why.
Do you enjoy the weights, or is it something that you got to love as time went on?
I like it now. If you have a day where you do weights and no cardio, it's glorious, man. When you have to do the weights and then like some awful cardio circuit after, those days are bad. But just weights is nothing to complain about.
Moving forward with in your UFC career, have you taken a more scientific approach to fighting? Have you added things like, I saw that the UFC, I think they Aurora Ring, they sponsor the UFC. Have you gotten one of those?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, really? Because I've spoke to many fighters, and I think many of them have the Aura ring. Maybe you'll get one when you land in Vegas, most likely. It's a ring that tracks like your heart rate and your sleeping patterns. It's very scientific. It's very advanced.
Oh, if they gave me it, I would probably sell it.
Oh, really? You would do?
Yeah,
you're not into the science.
No.
Okay.
I just listen to my coaches.
All right. Well, now with back-to-back knockouts, man, do you get a lot of messages and comments from people expecting another knockout in this fight?
Yeah, because people have short memories and are idiots. Everybody all of a sudden is. I have people asking, "Hey, I want to bet on you, bro, but can you last 3 rounds?" Holy shit, man! Like 6 months ago, everybody said, "Oh, Boser always goes to decision. He's so boring. He's got no power. He's just a volume striker." And now the same idiots are saying, "I'm a pressure fighter with power punches." Fuck, man. So stupid. Yeah, I get dumbass messages, but I mean, it's people have short memories.
Definitely. Now, with this fight, what type of performance are you expecting out of yourself?
Well, I mean, I hope I have a good performance. Obviously, I want to go have a good fight and obviously get the win by any means necessary is what I'd like.
Do you feel like this fight, there's the advantages lie in where you can get a knockout, like get 3 in a row?
Man, if you try too hard for the knockout, you're not going to get it. I just got to go. Every fight I have, I'm going to try and beat the guy up for three rounds. And if he goes down, then perfect. That's great. I have a shorter night, but I'm not going to like go in there thinking, oh man, I got to make it 3 knockouts in a row. I'm just going to go in there and do my thing. And I mean, yeah, best case scenario, he goes down, but if not, that's fine. I mean, Arlovski's seen a lot of decisions recently. There's a misconception that he has no chin, and I really think that that's wrong. I think that he's still extremely durable. So I'm just going to go in there and fight him, hopefully to the best of my ability for 3 5-minute rounds if it takes that, and less if I get lucky.
Yeah, I agree with you. There is a misconception that just because he got knocked out a few times, that means that he doesn't have a chin anymore. He's shown he's had a chin with some of the fights that he's had recently. He's just he's Arlovski, man. He's a veteran. He knows how to win, and you got to go in there and combat that.
Yeah, exactly.
Now with a string of referee errors, man, I've noticed, this happening, even on Fight Island and in Vegas. Is there a concern like who refs your fight?
Um, Not really. Like you just hope that that doesn't happen to you, and uh, sometimes it's an honest mistake. There's only like there's one ref that actually drives me nuts, and I fucking can't stand watching him. I haven't had him yet, but I'm not gonna say because I don't want him to be biased against me if he ends up reffing my fight. There's one guy who I think is a complete moron, but the rest of them I think do a good job for the most part. And it's just sometimes mistakes happen. A fighter makes a mistake when they poke someone in the eye or when they kick someone in the nuts, and the referee makes a mistake when they don't see that or think they saw that. So it's just, unfortunately, it can happen, and hopefully it doesn't happen to me. I'm just playing a numbers game. Hopefully it's not my problem.
Definitely. Now with the atmosphere that Vegas has, and even Fight Island where there's no crowd and you get to hear your coaches, has that been something that you've noticed that makes a difference?
I always hear my coaches pretty good, so no, I don't think it matters. Not to me, anyways.
All right, man. So what's the plan for this year? Do you want to fight again in December, or do you want to take a break and enjoy Christmas and enjoy the holidays?
It depends what happens in this fight.
Mm.
I got to see how banged up I am after. Lots of times when I win, my ankles and feet are just swollen like balloons. So it really depends. Like, I got to see it. It all hinges on how this one goes down. No idea. If with Canada's stupid ass quarantine laws, it would suck to fight right before Christmas and then be expected to quarantine at your house for 2 weeks over the holiday season. So, well, I'll play that by ear.
How long does it take for you to get back to normal? After a fight, like you said, your feet swell up, your ankles swell up.
Yeah, it depends on the fight. The last two I haven't had anything wrong, but usually it takes me. I'm back in the gym in 2 weeks at the most. 1 week if I'm good. Yeah, 2 weeks. But I mean, maybe I won't spar. I won't kick stuff. I'll just like box and lift weights, or you know what I mean, something like that. But yeah, usually 2 weeks.
Is there any sign of Canada changing that 2 week quarantine law?
I don't know, man. They have ample coronavirus tests, and anybody can go get one whenever they want. So it makes sense if you could go get a test and then it's a negative test, and then you don't have to quarantine anymore after that. Makes sense. You want to make people quarantine till they prove that they don't have it. Fine, that's fair. But when they say, well, too bad, it's just a timeout because you left the country, shame on you, for work, and now you can't even go get a test to prove that you don't have it, and you have to stay home for 2 weeks. It's ridiculous, man. It makes no sense. But I have no idea when they're going to decide to rip their heads out of their asses. But honestly, it's probably not anytime soon.
All right. Well, hey, man, November 7th, you're back in the cage, in the octagon against a big name, man, Andrei Arlovski. It's a great fight for you, a great matchup. I'm going to enjoy this one, man. Really, compared to your other fights, they were great matchups and you performed well. But this one, I feel like you could have that breakout performance. Thank you so much, Tanner.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate the support.
Take a move in the ring. You can hit